Welcome everyone. In part 2 of my most recent series of diving into smaller EDC little pouches and things, I've got for you today the Maxpedition Platy front pocket organizer. This one is a compact 3.5 by 5 size. It's a little bit smaller than the other one that I reviewed semi-recently. This is, as I understand it now, essentially their middle size. They've got one that's a lot like this one that's slightly bigger. I opted for this size because for me this was about as big as I would want to put in any of my pants pockets while still being able to give me a good amount of space. This one is very similar design philosophy to that one, just even smaller, and I think this is even more comfortable in the pocket. Doesn't create a whole lot of bulge, and it gives you just enough extra storage that if you like to carry some everyday stuff in your pocket, this gives you the ability to tuck some things in to do that. You could take a flashlight like this one and put it in this front pouch there so that when it's in your pocket, really easy to draw out and find. And then you could also put something like a multi-tool on the back here. Note this is a little bit heavy now, but if you're somebody who's used to carrying that kind of weight in their pocket, that may not be an issue. Personally, I generally, from a weight standpoint, like to have only one of something this heavy in any given pocket. Prior to having this little pocket organizer, I would often carry something like this in my right pocket and then this in my left pocket with my wallet. That way I'm kind of balancing it out. But you could put lightweight things like a lighter in there as well so that that's easy to get. If you want to put things like Band-Aids and some alcohol prep pads, that tucks pretty firmly into that pocket, or obviously would fit in this one. Obviously you've got this lanyard that you could wear this around your neck so that this is sort of a dangler in front of you or almost like a sling pouch. And if you decide that you don't want it, which I will just show you here. All right, you can just untie that knot and then just pull this out. Your mileage may vary. Personally, I don't know that I would wear something like this around the neck unless maybe I was like doing a big hike or I was camping or something. For a pocket type of thing, the lanyard is a little bit in the way, and you can tuck it away in here, but then you're losing a lot of space in this pocket. So my move would be to remove it, but it's there for any of you who find it useful. And then on the inside of this pocket, you have a little key ring that you could use to help organize stuff in your pocket as well. I normally wear my keys hooked to my belt loop using this type of carabiner, and so I don't personally need something to hold my keys, but it's there if you want it, and if you don't, it tucks really neatly down into that pocket out of your way. And like the larger version that has a zip pouch that you can store things in, you have a zipper pouch on this one. I actually kind of prefer the side orientation of that just so that you could fit something in there this way without having to kind of fillet it open like that. It's big enough for a lighter and a couple, maybe one or two other things about lighter size in there. There's not padding on the inside, so just keep that in mind when you're deciding what you want to put in here. But the upside of not having padding is it keeps this very thin and not so obtrusive, and for something you're going to put in your pocket, I'm fine by that myself. Now, a comment I had made when I was reviewing this one is that when you have a few things in here, I like how slender it still stays, and that if you're not going to put it in your pocket or carry it around your neck, if you have, say, a sling bag, it tucks really nicely just into a main compartment and closes up. And then you have that like consistent loadout anywhere you go, and you could just take it out from here and then put it in your pocket. Obviously, the same is true of this smaller one, and even easier to just put it in here. In fact, in this sling bag, you could just stuck it in one of those little side areas right there, nicely out of the way. It gives you some versatile organization that's kind of in line with this pocket pouch that I talked about in my last video, just in a slightly different configuration. The advantage of something like this would be that you have a little bit larger area to zip closed, so that if you have it in a bag or something where it might turn upside down or be shaken around, you're not going to lose things. Obviously, this is meant for your pocket where it's going to be upright most of the time. If you did put it in a bag, just be conscious of the fact that things might come out if they aren't clipped on there kind of tight. Now, like the other pouch I just talked about in my previous video, this is available in black, OD green, khaki, which is what this particular one is, wolf gray, and multicam. I like the variety of options there for some personalization, and I don't know that you would necessarily rely on the color choices to color code this the way that you would a pouch where maybe you would have multiples of these in a pack. Not necessarily going to have multiple pocket organizers, although maybe you would. But I like that there are choices for personalization there, especially if you want to pick like what color pants do you wear pretty often? Do you want something that coordinates well with that? Do you want something that creates contrast with that? A lot of carry options with this, and what I appreciated about the larger one of you could load this up and then just have a really consistent mini loadout for pocket carry, for around the neck, for in a backpack. You have that same versatility with this, and I just think that's kind of neat. Like I said about my previous pouch video with this one, I'm going to continue experimenting with different loadouts with this, and I'll be back with you with more when I have a little bit more that I've played with. If this makes it into a permanent rotation for me, I like varying up my EDC a bit just to see, because I often find I never know. Like, things that are pretty different than how I've done it might surprise me how natural it feels, and then it even influences the stuff I bring with me. So I'd be interested to see if I have more to report with you there. If you have any questions that I didn't address in the video, or you've used something like this and want to comment your own experience, I love reading that. I look forward to hearing it. If you'd like to support my channel, go ahead and use the affiliate link for Amazon in my description. No extra cost to you, helps me out a little bit. Otherwise, there is a link to Maxpedition's website. You can order this straight from them. No affiliate link. That's fine by me if you want to do it. And I think that's about it for this video, guys. So I appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.